more time what I said for the instructions.
Yesterday we spent some lesson time revising order of operations, right? I hope you went home and sort out the corrections for order of operations. That's on Friday.
Okay, and then tomorrow's longer maths lessons will cover 3 things. Number 1,
we're going to follow in our chapter 1, which is the
revise for Friday's test. Number 2, we'll check the
corrections for chapter 2,
addition and subtraction. Okay, mainly on the order operation and multiplication and division. And then the last bit was on a bit of revision. Now, today we're going to focus mainly on this segment.
Yesterday we had a little activity where all the fraction D's were pasted on the board, and we had a little activity of moving around,
picking out
the right fraction D's. And essentially, when we get to addition and subtraction of fraction, Darren was the one that pointed out that we need to look for equivalent fractions before we
add or subtract anything. So the relevant textbook page is here. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Please mute yourself.
Thank you.
So that my video will not have additional sounds. Thank you. Now, this is the relevant textbook page. It's on page 56 and 57. If you see this page is on Let's Recall. This Let's Recall portion is from primary 4, primary 3 and primary 4 maths sections. You realize that by primary 5 at page 56 to page 57, when you are doing addition and subtraction questions, you are no longer using fraction D's to solve the problems. Unlike what we did in class yesterday, trying to jot your memory. So here's showing you how to do the addition. The key is to find equivalent fractions. What we mean by equivalent fraction is making sure that the denominators match so that you can do addition or subtraction. If the denominators are different, it's not possible to put the fractions together. As shown by your friends yesterday, you noticed yesterday it was different color fraction D's, different size fraction D's. You put them together, yes, you can see putting them together, but you can't call out the end up fraction that you get from the problem. So for example, 2/3 and 1/5 here, it'll find common multiples. Common multiple is something you learned previously as well. And then you can add. Same as from subtraction, finding equivalent fractions for 5, 6, and 3/4. And the clue is looking for common multiple for 4 and 6. Now, I'll be showing you a few examples later. Some of you might have heard of the butterfly method. I don't know whether you hear about it. Some of your tuition teacher yes. Some of you just your previous teachers may have taught you this method. And we're going to discuss a little bit of that later on as well. So this is your textbook page. This part will be tested on your Friday's test because it's a recall segment. Whereas the next segment, you look at your textbook, the following page on page 58, page 59. This one is adding and subtracting mixed number. This one is more complicated because it involves whole numbers as well as parts, like fractional parts. So this part is not in your test on Friday. Okay, but we are also going to touch on this today. Okay, it's in your same worksheet. Okay. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to use my pencil first to show you different ways, and then I will erase to decide on that way that I'm going to suggest. Starting with C. What do I mean by that is, at this point, I also want to share with you, just a quick recall. The previously I gave you this before, right? The multiplication table. So this one is hoping you can use this to practice during the your homework. When you really feel like you cannot remember, your timetable is giving you some stress, you can flip to your notebook and do your work with the help of this. Okay, but really, hopefully this one goes into your you can memorize this already. Flip the windows to 45 degrees and you can open the one on top of both so you have better airflow. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you C. The question here says, express each answer as fraction in its simplest form. You're supposed to do add and subtract. The key is simplest form. So if I just recall, so this one is tested on Friday, I have to say that one more time. So let's say I choose C. Some of you may have heard it before. If I can just multiply 6 with 4 and 4 with 6. So for example, do not copy this because I'm about to erase this. Some of you may recall doing this. My tuition teacher or someone previously who have taught you, your previous teachers may have taught you, I say to say that, okay, I just multiply like butterfly method like this. Something like this, which looks something like this, which essentially actually means like, okay, I see denominator 6 and denominator 4 for this fraction. One shortcut method is to multiply the denominator of the other fraction. For example, in this case, this is a denominator of 6. I just multiply with 4. And then the other fraction, I just multiply by 6. I can get equivalent fractions very quickly. It will give me denominators that are similar. Okay, yeah. So some of us may feel that I want to use this method because I can find the equivalent fraction that match the denominator easily by just multiplying 6 with the other denominator and 4 with the other denominator. So like that, I add already is like, easy. However, like Skylar was going to propose, he was going to interrupt because in his quick-mindedness, he doesn't want to go to a bigger denominator. Because you go to a bigger denominator like this, you need to simplify this. You need to simplify this to further 1912. Because the answer is requested to be in simplest form. So Skylar said, actually, there's no need for this. Why? Because he knows his multiples well, he knows his times table well. So he didn't go all the way to 24. Yeah. So he went to the nearest one. Why? Because in the 6 times table, 6 times 1 is 6, 5 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18. For the 4 times table, 4 times 1 is 4, 5 times 2, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16. 6 times 4 is 24. And then 4 times then 20, then 24. So 24 is like at the back. So what he did was he actually chose the nearest, the first common multiple, which is 12. Yeah, and then you realize that there's no need to simplify because it's the closest one. So what he did was 5 times 2 and then 6 times 2 plus the first fraction. Then the second fraction is 3 times 3 and then 4 times 3. So you get 5 times 2 is 10, 12 plus 9, 12. And then you get 1912 already. So in this case, it is already the simplest form. Okay, as an improper fraction, but as a proper fraction is 1712. Now, if you ask me, right, I would prefer this method because if your times table is good like Skylar, you can find common multiples quickly. You get less one step. Your minus one, you're lesser than, you don't need to simplify because it's simplified already. All you need to do is check again to make sure that it's simplified. All right, some of us might prefer just now's one. Anybody with the just now one, you like that one? Because you don't have to crack your brain to think about the multiples part. Yeah, but you must remind yourself, you will have an additional step of simplifying it. Okay, now let's try. Do you need me to go through this actually? I think you should be able to do it. 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes. And then another 5 minutes for this. So 8 minutes to finish page 63. Page 5 plus 3. We already did 2 questions here. Right? Is it 8 minutes okay? Okay, 8 minutes we shall start. I'm going to start the timer with an 8-minute timer. I like the one with the. Oh, this one here. Hmm? You have to try. It's our chef. You can see, right? Also have the screen. You can see my screen, okay? Yeah. Your own screen, you see your own screen. Test. Am I muted? Test. Okay. This is next one. So the subtraction is 4. What is the simplest form? I hope you had very nice shady bookings. Later we will show. Later we will flash on your. What about the group? Is it me or I feel that the common multiples for these ones are not too defined? But the more or less applying to the some of us have 4 whole to cover factors. Some of us is it proper fixed number or is it a very if you can find if they all have different preferences. For me, I would prefer converting to this one. Okay, about 2 minutes left. Expect more for that. Give it 5%. I'm getting a bit concerned. We are quite a bit in our first year. It doesn't mean you are already finished. Okay, I'm very puzzled. Your paper finished so quickly, so I'll be like wanting to see your answers. Here. So I can see us. Okay, if you are ready, see what Jared is asking. Do we do both? Yes, addition as a preference. Okay. No, don't do page 64. I'm going to look at these answers now for right now, page 63. Okay, if you're ready, please flash your answer on the screen so that we can pin screen. Just 30 seconds, I'll pause here. And let's take a look. Okay. All right, let's go with Fidaus says, let's take a look at mine. Okay. Let's see. Hey, don't move, cannot see, it's a blur. Yours, you're showing us the subtraction, is it? Okay, all right. How about D? Can you show your D? How you got your answer for D? Yeah, question D. Okay, so for question D, Fidaus choose to convert to improper fraction first. Whereas mine, I change it to a mixed number because 4 is made out of 3 and 1, and 1 can be 3/3. So I put 3 and 3/3 minus 1/3. So it's 3 and 2/3. Which for Fidaus, he did convert 4 to 12/3. Then you get 11/3. Okay, let's look at somebody else's answers. Thank you, Fidaus. Let's see. Okay, Skylar wants to show us his which part? Aiden is going to show us his replace spotlight here. Hi, Aiden. Okay, Sam, show us yours. Are you going to show us the addition one or the subtraction one? Okay, and Aiden's going to show us the addition one. Okay, 13, 20, okay, and then you have the first question, B, 37, 70, is it? Okay, and then you have 1 and 7. Okay, and 7, okay, thank you. Okay, then Skylar wants to show his subtraction. Oh yeah, I want to see Akhilesh one. He said he did read really fast. Yeah, where's Skylar? Skylar, where are you? Oh, here, okay. Come, Skylar. Okay, this is Skylar's subtraction. Eh? Oh, yeah, okay. 1/6. Okay, 11/3. All right, improper fraction. Okay, so can. Okay, since everything you converted to the mixed number and simplest form, can you convert 11/3 to the mixed number too? Yeah, it's mixed number. Yes? For which one? Which question is it? You're talking about question number 2B. Can you show us 2B again? 2B. Oh. 2B. Hey, don't move. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's see. Something doesn't seem right here. 7. Angel says, how come it's 11:40? What mistake that happened? Come, Skylar, show us first. No, show the screen first. Show the screen. Everybody can see. No. Subtraction. B, correct. Can you see your screen? Yeah. What mistake happened there? 3/5. You converted 3/5 wrongly. 3/5 should be 24/40. You converted wrongly. Ethan, you are pointing out 1/5. Which question is that? For B? Can we see yours? Let's see. 8 times 3 is 24. 7 times 3 is 21. And what about this 3/5? You converted 3/5 wrongly. Oh. Okay. Ethan, where is Ethan here? Okay. Oh, okay. Here's his answer for this one. There's a mistake. The first one, 7 times 5 is 35, that's correct. 8 times 5 is 40, that is correct. How come you do 5 times 9? 5 times 4? 5 times 4 is 20. Yeah. Is it 5 times 4 or 5 times 9? It should be 5 times 8. So you multiply wrongly already. So the conversion is not correct. Anybody else want to share with us? Is it mistakes are great because they help us to during learning. Okay, that's very important. Can you use the eraser properly? You know what happened to this? Because okay, let's take a look at Marianne's one. She's here. Okay, thank you. Now, really, guys, okay, it's good to be able to take a look at each other's work and encourage each other to share, no matter whether you got mistakes or not. And in fact, it is real learning. It's really much more meaningful when we can help our friends to identify where's the mistake, so that during the test time, you know exactly how to check, okay, and how to spot for potential your own mistakes. Okay, thank you, Marianne. Now I'm going to pin back my own screen so they can see. Okay, can you see mine? So the difference in mine to most of yours is I realized that you don't really convert this way. You actually do I see most of you are writing like squeezing the multiplication, like writing like here, mini numbers here. I noticed some of you do that. Some of you go straight to the number. That's why I say, Skylar, you took a while before you realized the mistake. Because it was quite clean. You went straight to the number, you didn't realize that times 7 is the one that's the wrong one. Yeah, it sometimes can work. So it's an efficient but may have challenges with accuracy. It's an efficient way, I must say, because you do a quick. Well, I took longer to write this. Definitely, Skylar, you're faster. But in terms of accuracy, I'm able to check. Yeah, it is okay. I'm not saying that it's not okay. So far you see everybody's working. I think everybody is doing great. Yeah. So Skylar pointed out really one important thing is if you are having to do double checking, you make sure during a test time, you plan in time to do double checking. Okay, you know how to look out for mistakes. Yeah, Ethan, that is correct now. Yeah. Okay, so this is how I did it. I wrote it out like this so that I can see and check where my mistakes are. So my friends, just now when you saw Ethan's one, you can also point out for him very quickly because he wrote down the working. No matter is it times 4 or times 9, it was not correct. But it's because he wrote down, then that's why you are able to check. If you didn't write down, right, like what Skylar did just now, it was a little harder to spot where's the mistake. Right? Okay, moving on, shall we? Now at the word problem part, just two word problems here. Not very challenging word problems, but it was like a recap revision. It's going to come out in the exam as well on Friday. Okay, now, so my focus will be the read annotation, and then whether you are clear with the method you are using. And lastly, the most important one is units and the requirements here. So in this question, a jug contains 7-8 liters of water. At the start, I already pinpoint the units liter, one of it. Sam poured 2 liters of water from the jug into a mug. How much water was left? So the jug has this amount of water. I will say this is at first. Poured from the jug into the mug. Left in the jug. So that is the question. So I've done my annotation. The answer must be fraction in simplest form. Okay, so I've done my reading, I've done my annotation. I can choose a method. If I choose a method, one of the preferred things I like to do is draw a picture. So from a jug, there is 7-8 liter. I pour some of it 2/5 liter into a mug. So end up the jug will have less inside. So what's left? So the next step I do the numberless equation. So it will be jug at first minus pour out will be jug left. I decided to not draw a model for this because I think for this the model is quite hard to draw. I have 7/8 and then I have 2/5. The denominators are different, it's quite hard to draw, so I'm not going to draw the model. I'll use a numberless equation to help me. So I have 7/8 and 2/5, so convert to equivalent fraction. I like to do this because it's able to help you to check. Sometimes you may just multiply the numerator and denominator wrongly. Because you want to do it fast, you may just accidentally times this one is 8 times 5. Yeah, so it's like, I like to do this because it reduces the possibilities of mistakes. So the answer should be, it's a subtraction, right? Because you see the picture, I take the jug, I pour out, then ask what's left in the jug. So my numberless equation says I jug at first, so it is at first. Pour away, that means I take it out. And then the jug left, so it's a subtraction. So it should be 1940. I think it's simplest form already. Is it okay? Yes. Okay. We are finishing in about 10 minutes time. So I'm gonna rest for time being. I'm recording this so you can go back and catch it. Okay. Okay, everybody. Can I move on? Okay, now the next one is here, ribbon A and ribbon B. I know there's A and then there's B, so I have A and then B. And in this story, A is given. A is 4/5 meters. So A, I have 4/5 meters. And I ask myself, is B given? No, B is not given, B is the answer. So I don't have B. But there's something I have, it's actually the difference. I have what we call the difference here. What's the meaning of difference? Difference is when I compare two objects, how are they different? So when I compare A and B, it says it is shorter than B. So A is the one that's shorter, B though is the one that's longer. Now in this case, I'm going to draw a model. I think a model will help me. Yeah? Yeah, can. Why not? No. So in this case, I will draw a model. I will draw A being shorter because that's what I get. A is shorter. And I'm going to draw B is longer. Okay, I'm just going to draw two models, ignoring the fraction. I'm not going to draw fractional parts because I can see it's meters here. The fraction is tagged with a unit of measurement. So for E star units, the units is meters, and then it is that in fraction in simplest form. So I continue with my model. I have the A. A is given as 4 meters long. I actually do not have B, but I have something called the difference. The difference is how one is not the same as the other. If they are the same, they will look like an equal sign. But they are not the same. So how are they not equal? Is this thing called different. How are they different? Is this part where A is 1/4 meter shorter. So the difference is actually 1/4 meter. So to find B, it will be A plus the difference between them, which is 1/4 meter. So for B, I can actually get A is 4/5 meter plus the difference of 1/4 meter. Oh, that's fast, isn't it? Is it in simplest form already? Yeah, it is. Is this the same? It looks a bit different from Scarlett's answer though. If his is one out of 40, yours is 1/20. So is it out of 40 or out of 20? Okay, so I will do it like 4 times 4, then 5 times 4 meter plus 5 times 1, and then 5 times 4 meter. 1620 plus 520. So it's 2120. So it should be 1 and 120 equal. You wrote 2120, that is also acceptable. Okay, either 2120 as an improper fraction. Yeah, 1 whole and 120 meter. That's correct. Okay. Where do you think is the mistake that Ethan may have made? Okay, he just sent me the answer, final answer. There's 1/140. What do you think is a possible mistake he had made? Converted the denominator wrongly. That's right. Yes. Oh, so you typed wrongly. Okay. So actually you got the correct answer. All right. Okay. But our friends are able to say that if the answer was 1/40, then maybe it's converted wrongly already. Okay. So are we good with this? Is it difficult? Quite easy, right? So this Friday test will include these 2 pages on addition, subtraction to fraction. 2120 is also acceptable, but this is an improper fraction. Also acceptable. Yeah, because it's primary form material. Yeah, if you notice on the page 63, it says recall. So these 2 pages, page 63 and 664, are actually primary form materials. Okay, so it's considered a little bit easy. So they will be on your exam on Friday. A reminder again, to help you with all the work problems that are coming up, please follow the raised steps. Most importantly, remind yourself the units. I repeat one more time, if you have a missing unit for each question, it's minus half mark. Okay, that's really a waste of marks. If you got the answer and then you forget the unit. Can everybody check now, do you have the units written? This one as well? So you see, there are 2 word problems here. They are worth 4 marks. If you're careless and you forgot the units for both questions, you get minus 1 mark out of both. You end up getting 3, despite being all correct. Okay? Okay, then another reminder, it is fine that you choose the method you are using to solve the problem. But you need to be clear which one helps you. So this one, I choose model to help me to understand the question. Okay, this one, I choose the picture and the numberless equation. Previously, Kershit, that on Monday you were not here, right? We are doing the word bubble question, this one. You go back and check, okay? You have this question inside your bag. This one is the one that we talked about last Friday, remember? Okay, this one we didn't choose model drawing, neither is it numberless equation. This one requires us to make sense of pattern. And I chose the method of doing groups of 2, pairs of 70. So if you have seen this one, Skylar had a different answer that is in the video. Okay. Then for this one was drawing a table or making a list. So in the video that we see from Pranavika's answer and Janice's answer, they show a different way of drawing the table. Now, then I remember, was it Sharmi who said, he said, if at all, okay, if you're really at a loss, don't know how to solve the word problem, okay, at the last resort, use guess and check. Is that okay? So on Friday, there are going to be, for sure, some easy questions like this, some more okay, a bit more difficult questions, and some very difficult ones. Okay? Help yourself by knowing that there are ways to solve. Choose the method that help you. Okay? Now, so Friday's test is a non-calculator test. You are not allowed to use the calculator on Friday, including order of operations. So please revise all your operations, how to do your times and divide. Okay? Okay. Last 3 minutes, I want to touch on this portion. Primary 5 section. Oh, now, okay. So far from just now to now is just talking about revision of primary 4 things. There is on adding, subtracting, fractions. Now we start with primary 5 materials. We are adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Okay? So level up already. Yeah? In your textbook, adding or subtraction of mixed number, as you can see, is on these pages. Okay? Now, one good thing to share with you, then you see, you can go and read out your textbook. In your textbook, on these pages, for adding, subtracting mixed number, it looks way more complicated. Okay, at P5. Yeah, it's not that complicated. Plus, got a good news for you. You'll be very happy to hear this. Yes, that's right. Okay, okay, so you have. Can I borrow your calculator? You won't be needing it, right? Skylar, I borrow your calculator. Let me go and spend some time to figure out your calculator. And then if not, Skylar, you get mommy to buy you a new calculator, our school calculator. That's the best. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you don't use this now. Okay, we're not going to use this now. All right. Okay. Now I will bring your calculator back, and I will try to figure out how to help you. Otherwise, I will advise you to buy the school's calculator. Okay. Now, everybody, you have a task today. I don't need you to fill any of these up. No need to do. Okay, if you're done, good for you. I don't need you to do. What I need you to be able to do is, because tomorrow I'm going to ask you to take a picture and then share on Class Dojo. Okay, I want you to be able to show how you press these numbers in the calculator. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Now, for P5, this segment is a calculator skill. All the way to this page, can you see? The level 2 word problems is also calculator skills. So the main thing is, boys and girls, for this whole term, all right, see the next one is also calculator skills. The next one is also calculator skills. For this term review on Friday, there's no calculator allowed in the test. So you won't be needing the skill. But in your end of year exam, the paper 2 is a calculator paper. You must know how to use a calculator wisely. So you only need to do is when you go back home, I want you to press and practice pressing. Okay? How to press mixed number. Is that okay? No need to solve. Please focus your time at home on revision. Make sure you done up your correction for order operations. Okay, and time to divide. Is that okay? Okay, okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Person on the right, please help to keep the Chromebooks today. Last week it was the person on the left, right? So this week is the person on the right. Please help.